Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Centre says medical infrastructure of 38 institutions across 31 states and union territories boosted. More than 357,000 fresh cases of COVID-19 registered in the country. Restriction of activities, including movement of persons, to be enforced from tomorrow evening in Dimapur and Kohima. And government postponed JEE main May 2021 session in view of COVID-19 pandemic. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise, we appeal to our listeners to take all the precautions and all those above 18 years of age to get vaccinated without any hesitation. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, focus on hand and face hygiene, and maintain a distance of 2 yards for social distancing. Now the news in detail. Government has said that medical infrastructure of 38 institutions across 31 states and union territories have been strengthened. Union Health Ministry said central government is leading the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic in collaboration with the states and union territories through a whole-of-government approach. The health infrastructure of several states and union territories has been overwhelmed by the very high number of daily cases and increased mortality. The ministry said the global community has extended a helping hand in supporting efforts of government in this collective fight against the global COVID-19 pandemic. Medical equipment, medicines, oxygen concentrators, and ventilators are being provided by many countries. It said a streamlined and systematic mechanism for allocation of the support supplies received by India has been put into place for effective distribution of the medical and other relief and support materials. The ministry said 24 different categories of items, numbering nearly 40 lakhs, have been distributed to 86 institutions in different states. Major categories of equipment include BiPAP machines, oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders, PSA oxygen plants, pulse oximeters, remdesivir, and PPE kits. The number of total active cases of COVID-19 in the country further swelled up today to nearly 17% of the total reported cases. The Health Ministry has informed that currently over 34 lakh 47,000 people are reported to be suffering from the viral pandemic and are either hospitalized or are under home isolation. In the last 24 hours, the nation registered 3,57,229 new COVID cases. With this, the recovery rate has further slipped to 81.91%. Following state government's declaration of containment zones in the areas of Dimapur and Kohima, restriction of all activities, including movement of persons, will come into force from 7 tomorrow evening for a period of 7 days. However, it has allowed all vegetable shops, fish, meat vendors to remain open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., including all local grocery stores and animal feed shops for public purchase. Petrol pumps are also permitted to remain open as usual. In addition, all healthcare facilities, movement of healthcare workers, persons going for COVID-19 vaccination, COVID testing, and medical emergencies are allowed. Besides, all essential service providers are allowed to function during the period. In pursuance to the earlier order on restriction imposed in the containment areas of Dimapur and Kohima, the Nagaland government has notified the Social Welfare Department, including functioning of Saki One-Stop Center, Women Helpline, Child Protection Services, and Anganwadi services will be exempted from the restriction. It has also allowed LPG services, including their delivery, distribution, and transportation, private water tanker or carriers, prison and related services, courier service, and municipal services like cleaning and sanitation, executed by the Kohima Municipal Council, Dimapur Municipal Council, and Jumakidima Town Council to function, besides the Guwahati High Court, Kohima Bench, and district courts. Further, all places of mass gathering are to be closed, including religious places, except for solemnization of weddings with prior permission of the Deputy Commissioner across the state and limited up to 50 persons. A total of 1,19,700 rupees have been collected from individuals in Dimapur district for defaulting the COVID-appropriate behavior like not wearing of face masks in public places. Dimapur police in a tweet today informed that a total of 1,19,700 rupees was realized as penalty imposed on 1,197 individuals for not wearing masks in public places. It said the collection was made from 17th of April till 3rd of May. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on a YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. Government has postponed the JEE main May 2021 session in view of COVID-19 pandemic. The session was scheduled to be held at the end of this month. The April session has already been postponed. In a tweet, Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank said the decision has been taken keeping in mind the present situation of COVID-19 and students' safety. The minister urged the students to keep visiting the official website of National Testing Agency for further update. Government has cautioned people regarding the vaccine registration fraud. In a tweet, Press Information Bureau has urged beneficiaries not to click on unverified link. It said fraudsters may send links or make phone calls impersonating government-reputed organization regarding vaccine registration. BIP has asked people to register and book a slot for COVID-19 vaccine through Govin portal or use Umang and Arogya Setu app. Deputy Commissioner Mogukchung has ordered the closing of all mass gathering in the district, including religious places, except for solemnization of weddings with prior permission of the Deputy Commissioner with a limit up to 50 persons. In another order, the entry of public visitors to the office of the Deputy Commissioner has been restricted with immediate effect, except for cases relating to law and order and of essential nature. Further, failing to comply with the guidelines will be penalized under relevant sections of the law. Also, Deputy Commissioner Wokha said the entry of public visitors at the office of the Deputy Commissioner Wokha will be restricted with immediate effect till further order. DC Wokha said only cases which require immediate attention will be entertained. Deputy Commissioner Peck has asked the general public of Peck district to remain cautious and vigilant following the outbreak of African swine flu in the district of Peck and Kifre. The DC Peck also requested the public to report any unusual mortality of domestic pigs and feral pigs to the office of the Chief Veterinary Officer Peck. Furthermore, the general public and pig farmers of the district are advised to follow certain measures to control and contain the spread of the contagious disease. It said the disease, which is highly infectious and contagious hemorrhagic viral disease of pigs, has 100% fatality with no treatment and vaccine. It said that control, containment, surveillance, and following of biosecurity measures are the only way to eradicate the disease. While the Chief Veterinary Officer will monitor the situation, it has also asked the village councils, public pig farmers to report unusual death of pigs to the nearest veterinary health centers immediately. Kifre District COVID-19 Welfare Committee today donated a sum of 25,000 rupees to the Chief Medical Officer's office, Kifre, in the presence of District Epidemiologist Dr. Teni Tonga. During an interaction, Secretary Kifre District COVID-19 Welfare Committee, Dr. Zilise, expressed appreciation to the medical department in its fight against COVID-19. Stating that the money was donated to assist in COVID-19 related activities, the committee called on the department to continue doing the good job while assuring their cooperation and helping hand in the future. And now to the news, here are the main points again. Centre says medical infrastructure of 38 institutions across 31 states and union territories boosted. More than 357,000 fresh cases of COVID-19 registered in the country. Restriction of activities, including movement of persons, to be enforced from tomorrow evening in Dimapur and Kohima. And government postponed the JEE main May 2021 session in view of COVID-19 pandemic. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.